Hello there, and welcome to The Wandering Wolf. I'm your host, Mark Rhodes. Alongside me, as always, in his Wolves top, because he does always wear his Wolves top, but I'm wearing my Wolves top today, and I've wore it all the way through January because we have won pretty much every single game in January. How are you, mate? You okay?
I'm doing really well, mate. Good to see you. Good to see
you too.
Always good to see you in that top, mate.
Oh.
I don't like the black, the plain black tee. It always signals doom and gloom.
Doom. And also, feed our pack. It's a year since this initiative started. So
Round of applause.
Please support it. I've got to say, what a win at the weekend.
What a win.
So much to talk about because there's so much that happened in that game. Like, not necessarily all football related, but I've got to say, when we played Brentford at Molineux, we got absolutely spanked. It could have been 5 or 6 against them, and I think we were well. It was probably the lowest point in the season. I think it probably was, wasn't it? Yeah. We all felt like, oh God, as Bruno Lage bit off more he can chew. Is he trying to play too offensively against teams that he thinks that we're going to turn over?
Well, I remember Tony having an absolute field day that day, didn't he? And he tore Cody to shreds, and he was on fire, and we just looked a bit lost and whatever. And I noticed before the game you were sort of saying, we'll take a point. Not sure about this one. It's got banana skin potential. Almost. Yeah. And I've got to say, I felt exactly the same. It was one of them. But then you just watch the way we go out and approach games now, which is a complete and utter, turnaround from where we were when we couldn't get a goal in the first half and we couldn't do anything other than go a goal behind and then wake up.
No,
it's just a complete transformation. It's unbelievable, mate. Really, it's exciting to the excitement's been brewing for a while now, but I think that win on Saturday really was a good test and a good one to get, and I think going into a break as well. FA Cup next, and it's like, where could this team go?
I know. Well, let's talk about that really, because let's talk about the Brentford game first. Because let's talk about the ground first, because I found the Brentford ground really interesting. It looks as though somebody's tipped out a box of Lego.
Yeah,
doesn't it? It's really weird. Bizarre.
Do you know what I said? When there's nobody there, it makes it look full. Or there's people that lots of colour. What is the point of that? I don't know.
However, I digress. The ground's very odd, and it was on. The Wolves fans were the only ones that were singing, but there was a reason for that. The first half was quite dull. They played very direct. We weren't under that much pressure. I think we did our thing where we feel the opposition out. I think it really helped that we had 3 midfield against Brentford, because I think that was the problem that we had at Molineux. We got run ragged in midfield. I think Dendoncker needs some praise. A lot of people single him out sometimes for negative comments, but I thought he did the really ugly stuff really well. I thought he linked play really, really well with Neves and Moutinho. We'll talk a lot more about Neves and Moutinho because they were first class. I don't know what Bruno Lage has done to João Moutinho, but he needs to give him another 2-year contract.
He's got a new lease of life, hasn't he? We singled Moutinho out last year to say, all his legs are gone. And
we're talking about a coaching role.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. 3 give him another contract. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. But that first goal we scored, if you watch it back, how many passes we did. And it goes under the radar. If that was Liverpool doing that or City, then they'd be talking about it for weeks on end. And I don't want to bring other teams into it, and I don't want to feel as though we're not getting our just rewards from pundits and the public in general. If you're not a Wolves fan, but it does seem that we're going really under the radar, and I kind of like that. I kind of like the fact we're just going, about our business.
Nobody wants to give us any credit across the media. It's always how bad somebody else was or what happened, that threw them off. Never just praise. say that we're doing well. It's always the other way around, which is really weird. I don't know what it is, but it's well, I'm absolutely fine with it. I like it that way.
Yeah,
it is weird. It is weird.
We've got. Well, I must admit, February. We say this every single month, but February does feel like a really pivotal month in the Premier League season for the teams that we're playing in and around us. We've got Tottenham, we've got West Ham, we've got Arsenal, and we've got Leicester. Yeah. They are really, really tough games on paper, but I don't think any of those teams would want to play us at the moment.
Well, yeah, I don't think we should fear any of those. And, and like you quite rightly say, I think instead of us fearing them and thinking, oh, they're tricky, I think it's absolutely the other way around.
Yeah,
we're playing.
I agree.
We've got our own style. We're confident. We're Leicester. They need to pick up points. Arsenal, up Tottenham as well. They're expected to be picking those points up and pushing on. And we could cause some big upsets next month, which would be great.
I think I'd be happy with 6 or 7 points out of those 4 games, if I'm being honest. I think there's a loss in there somewhere.
There's got to be. There's got to be soon. Yeah.
But I just don't want it to, when the bubble does burst, for it to deflate the fans, because I really feel as though Bruno Lage. No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't, but it will do to something. Like they'll all come out the woodwork and start saying, "Oh, this is disgusting," But I just feel as though the fans now are really starting to see it click, and they're getting on board with the Bruno Lage style. Because at the beginning of the season, obviously we were playing well, but we weren't getting the results. And I think it's like a happy mix of now defensively we are sound, and even with Gomez in the back three. I don't think it's glaring. Saïss's omission there. I think we have missed him because in the 2 games that he's not been in the first team, we've conceded. But you can't really, the Southampton goal was a freak goal. But it does feel as though we are missing Saïss a little bit for just that fluidity of the defence, if you know what I mean. I think midfield wise, I think that's where we need somebody of a Sanchez or a Van der Beek to come in there, and just for bodies, really. We can't keep on putting all the pressure on Ruben Neves, João Moutinho, and Dendoncker.
Because as well as they're playing, it's a long old season for them to still give 100% and perform every week is a lot to ask, really. So, like you say, just to mix it up. But can you imagine what a Sanchez signing does now to the belief and the feel around the place, and what it could potentially do? Massive, crazy.
And it puts down a marker to the other teams around us. And that's I want to get your take on this because, the Traore sale, is it happening? Isn't it? Is it worth keeping him until the summer and selling him to Barcelona?
I think, given the last few weeks' performance, I've been saying this pretty much since the turn of the year.
I know it wasn't given, but that finish.
Well, wow! I thought it was crazy that it was disallowed.
Oh no! Well,
that's the game at the moment, but. Absolutely keep him. It doesn't make sense to sell him right now,
not
unless there's things going on with contracts and he's got to sign. But
which is fair enough. Like if that's the way it is, then that's the way it's got to be. But
if he's all right to stay till the summer, I reckon we keep him. He's been used perfectly. It seems like he's playing for a place. He wants to do well. He's not just sulking around.
He's definitely
he can be at times, but he's doing the business. So what,
Well,
I'd always be on the side of I'd be probably a bit upset if you like, for want of a better word, if he did leave now, because I feel like he does have that little spark that and when he does do it, we all know he's a player.
Well, that's the thing.
The thing has always been the consistency, not whether or not he's got it.
Yeah.
But like you said the other week against Southampton, he blazes one over the bar from 5 yards and then sticks one in a minute later. So
Well, it is annoying because as he started playing like this and putting the ball in the back of the net because he wants to move. Do you know what I mean?
It's only going to benefit us, isn't it?
But look, and he isn't doing what you said.
And I think if you say to him like you're going to get your move to Barcelona in the summer, turn it on, great for us. You know,
I think that's a win-win. Like, obviously, it's going to knock a few quid off his sale price because of the contract situation. But is it really worth?
It doesn't matter really.
Us giving him not giving him, obviously, but you're looking at like 20-odd million pounds for Traore, which, you know, it's not a tiny amount of money, and it is a profit on what we paid for him. But is it worth giving him to a rival? Because they are rivals.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are, and like, I don't care if you've got like Tottenham fans going, "We're not rivals." Well, we are. Look at the table.
You are. It's best just to keep him just for that, even if you don't play him. You know, just don't sell him to one of them that surround you, because if they suddenly get a tune out of him, or he turns it on, or
it's just the contract issue, isn't it? It's just it. That's always.
If he wasn't so demanding, but this is the thing about him. I don't know how he can demand those sorts of figures. Based on his performances and his consistency, because somebody's got to tell him and say, calm it down a little bit. I'm sure an agreement to be made.
Well, he looked really, really like he looked really emotional when he scored that goal. And he was like having a hug with all the players and stuff. And I think they really love him. I think they really want him to stay. And what do you think is going to happen this? I think. Oh God, it's really, really tricky. I think he probably is going to go. I don't want him to in this window now.
I think it'll be like the last day type thing when Tottenham have
when they're like getting some pennies from down the back of the sofa, and I think he will go to Spurs. Unfortunately, I think that will happen.
Is that next Monday, by the way, the deadline day?
Of course it is. Yeah. So I think. Did you see that tweet about Sanchez saying that he's not signed a contract with Lille, and his agent has told him about a team that want him? And his agent is
Mr. Mendes.
Mr. Mendes. But apparently Arsenal are sniffing around him as well. So I'm not getting my hopes up, but
they are a terrible team. So I'm not worried about
they're doing all right at the moment. We'll see how terrible they are when we play them. But let's have a look at some of these comments. Really lovely to have you all here.
Yeah, cheers for tuning in.
As
tell your
always.
Friends. Tell your friends.
Yeah, let's go with Arnold Revival, because yes, he is. He is a big crybaby man. Thomas Frank is a crybaby, pointing to his watch when we played 55 minutes of football at Molineux earlier in the season. Karma comes around to bite you in the end. Absolutely, completely.
It was a joy to watch. That was his meltdown.
It was fantastic, wasn't it? Because he's always on the edge, isn't he? Because he had that absolute meltdown when they played United. He's I tell you what, he's good for a soundbite, but he's an absolute nutbar. Yes, what a pillock. And I'm sorry, but you start having a go at possibly the greatest midfielder I've ever seen in a Wolves shirt.
What was his beef all about?
I think it was because he thought he was going down too easily, which the irony of that statement is incredible. The amount of time wasting that team did at Molineux was obscene. So it was lovely. It was lovely to get the win against.
It was brilliant. It was really, really sweet win.
Well, I had a bet about 10 games into the season, and like Brentford had a really, really good start, obviously. And my mate said, Brentford are getting top 10, mate. I was like,
what?
No. And I've given him 12th upwards, and I've had 13th and below. Wow. I think I might be winning that bet because people have found them out. They have. They were saying like they're like Stoke, like the long ball.
They're Stoke, They're
a completely different team to what played at Molineux. I think they've been found out. But Yeah, let's go with Dutchy TV because this is a good question. Oh, I've got a question for everybody tonight as well.
Could we find anything better than Traore for 20 million? I think he's better coming off our bench than us giving him to Spurs.
I completely agree.
Absolutely, yeah.
For 20 million.
That's what we said, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think it'd be silly. It wouldn't be good business on our part, really.
Yeah.
Right, I've got a question.
Go on.
I'll put it out on Twitter, but I want you guys as well to, and we'll have a chat about it. In an ideal world, what is a great season for Wolves if you could pick either to win the FA Cup or to get Champions League football? And I thought that it was a no-brainer, like an absolute no-brainer, like an FA Cup win. We've won it 4 times, like in our history, in our over 100-year history, we've won the FA Cup 4 times. But then I get loads of people saying, "But what about the money? What about the?" And this is you as well. You're like saying, "I know, but look at the commercial possibility." I'm like,
no.
What?
I've said I'm very much on the fence with this.
Why?
And it's a very difficult one.
It's absolutely not a difficult question as a Wolves fan. It would be if you're a City fan.
No, it
or
is.
A Chelsea fan. Are you kidding?
All
right. Give me your argument for Champions League place instead of winning a domestic cup after like 40 years.
Well, I was looking at it like from a different perspective. Like people are going to say, well, you could get knocked out of the FA Cup in the first round. So
right, we come in the third round, but whatever.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, first round to us.
Yeah.
So, and okay, it's a good day out, and it's well, right. It'd be nice to win a cup. And this isn't me. I'm just saying this is what people would say. I want
to know what you say.
I think in this day and age, people are going to be saying, "Oh, Champions League, loads better," because you're the cream. It's the cream of the crop, isn't it? That's what everybody wants to be in. That's the competition. That is the main competition.
Pixel.
That's what everybody wants to be. Now, personally, I very much value the FA Cup, and I think it's probably a certain generation thing where anybody probably younger than us. I mean, you're very old now, but I'm 35.
Easy.
And I think I grew up with the FA Cup being a massive occasion, but whether you like it or not, it probably has lost that little bit of shine.
Only the big six teams think that is a competition that's not worth going for. And let's be honest, it's usually one of the big 6 teams that actually wins the competition, so they take it seriously enough.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like City have won it.
But that's usually because they play the kids in the first 3 rounds, and then.
But that's all right.
It heats up. They play full strength, and they've got the squads, and they've got.
Well, that's it. Yeah.
Ways to do it. So.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like you're still beating the cream of the game. It's just a different way of doing it, and I think that is a good thing for us to strive for because we're not going to win the league. I think. The top 6 is not a pipe dream, but it is really we need a bigger squad for top 6, mate. We do. Like where we are 8th is as good as what we could possibly think that squad could achieve the way it is at the moment. So why not? Like I know think big, absolutely, but if you win the FA Cup, we're back in Europe anyway.
Yeah.
I know it's the Europa League, and we haven't got the squad for a Champions League push, have we, really? And it might be detrimental.
Do you just want to win that FA Cup just to sort of bury the thing of saying, oh, we've only won it 4 times, and it just makes you a bit more current, and then you can forget about it for a few years and push for the Champions League then? Or are you saying every year FA Cup above all else?
No,
second to league position, obviously.
Mate, I think you're right in that. It's like I think that's a stepping stone.
Get it ticked off.
Yeah, I think even the League Cup, like just a cup, like it. The League Cup's a bit different because that has been like watered down to the point where it's like, oh god, but Man City still win it.
Yeah.
So it's worth going in for. But what I'm saying is, because of how well we're doing in the league, isn't this our free hit?
It's a brilliant opportunity. Yeah, it's definitely, if ever we're going to go for it. I mean, we've done enough already, haven't we? So we might as well. But it's just that, like, if we really went for it with our current squad size, didn't achieve it, and sacrificed 3 league places, is that?
But that's it. It's like a lot of people are saying the FA Cup, it is a no-brainer. Like Shrewsbury Wolf, I think, sums it up perfectly. The top 6 is a number. The FA Cup is a trophy. Actually, very correct. And also...
Factually correct.
Yeah. But thinking about, like, nobody's going to remember in 20, 30, 40 years' time. So, do you remember when Wolves came 6th? Do you remember when we won the FA Cup? Like, it's not even a...
Yeah.
I just think, even the league, like, do you remember when Wolves came 6th? You remember when we won the League Cup? We still talk about it. It was the early 80s.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, just think back to a few years ago when we're, at Wembley for an FA Cup semi-final. Just that lift it gives it. It's something for the fans to get into.
It gives a whole community.
It's brilliant, isn't it? Yeah, it's the community feel. That's what I meant. Yeah,
really.
So it's important, yeah. But I just don't think that would be as clear cut as you thought. That's all.
Well, it was 70% to 30%, which I thought it was going to be more. The 30%, I don't know what they're smoking, but it's some good stuff, man. I don't want my best FA Cup memory beating Liverpool away when Steven scored.
What a day that was!
Yeah. Oh well, the best was Jota against United at Molineux.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that was
what a game!
Unbelievable. Like, I almost threw up. So
don't mention Jota.
Yeah, well, yeah, that wasn't a penalty, was it? No. That wasn't a penalty. Like, come on, ridiculous. Right, so what are we thinking now then? Because we've got this 2-week break. Obviously, we have it for the Premier League. But we're playing in the FA Cup. Good question, Dutchy TV. I think we do persist in playing John Ruddy in goal for the Cup.
That's a good question. That is a good question.
Because John Ruddy hasn't done anything wrong. He kept us in the game against Sheffield United in the first 15 minutes. I think
it was Sheffield United, though.
Yeah, fair comment.
Yeah. If you want to go for it, at what point do you steer away from that sentiment and
I don't think it's sentiment, mate. I just
picking your best 11, or are we saying? I don't know. Can you just say he's the FA Cup goalkeeper? And
I think he.
Where's
well,
he
did,
from?
He did, though, didn't he? Because Ruddy played in the Watford semi-final as well. So
yeah, he did. Yeah,
he's the FA Cup keeper. You know, it's just the way it is. But are we going to win the Cup?
Is that right?
Probably not. Probably not, mate. No, it isn't. But you look now. Well, you look at the team that we played against Sheffield United. It's not that far away from our Premier League team, especially against Brentford when Podence and Silva played. Do you know what I mean? I think he's taking it incredibly seriously, and so he should. So, how many points do we think we're going to get in the month of February? Now, we've got...
Here we got Arsenal,
Tottenham. West Ham. I don't know, in this order. I don't know. Help us out a bit.
Arsenal first.
Arsenal, West Ham, Tottenham, Leicester, I think.
So, I'd say 12.
Oh. Sexy. A nice sexy 12.
I'm sticking with it.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah. I think Leicester have lost their heads. I think Tottenham
lost their heads. Lost their heads. They've gone.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely go for it. Yeah, 12 points.
Let's not be silly. Okay.
Nobody can stop us, Rhodesy.
Nobody can stop us. I think
nothing's going to derail this winning train.
But all right. Hypothetical, we get 12 points.
Yeah.
In the month of February.
Some people still will be happy.
I think they definitely want to talk about us on Talk Sport still. Did you see Gabby Lahore? Did you see?
No.
Oh my God, it's hilarious. In September, after we played Brentford the first time, he was like saying, I think they're going to get relegated, you know. And then it was like, there was some music in the background. And then he starts saying that we're dark horses for the top 4. He said,
top 4? He makes it up as he goes along, doesn't it?
He's just like amazing.
How did you get on there, mate?
Yeah.
Get you on there.
Yeah. The Shrewsbury Wolf. Oh, this is pessimistic. Anywhere from 3 to 8 points, injuries will come back to haunt us. They will happen at some point. They can't all be match fit from now to the end of the season. Come on. Come on.
What's for the negativity?
Come on. Johnny's coming back. Neto's coming back. Come on. Well, there's that. Okay.
Silva's going to find his shooting boots. Sanchez is going to come in.
God.
You know?
Yeah, can you imagine?
Anything less than 12, I need to start having a look at the manager.
Keep Traore, sign Sanchez, Neto and Johnny come back. That's top 4. Come on, Shrewsbury Wolf. Come on.
You're
in the programme. Come on. Yeah. Dutchy TV's on your. Yeah.
We don't concede and we've started scoring, so 12 is very possible. Absolutely.
Oh, man.
Absolutely.
The only thing that could derail this hype train is Bruno Lage getting manager of the month for January. And it'll all go absolutely tits up. We just know it.
Yeah.
Let's have a thought on Mr. Gomez. Final revival.
Go
on. Yeah.
Thoughts on Totti? He's been brilliant. We don't need cover anymore. Well, I think it's amazing how he's just sort of coming out of nowhere and just settled in. He just, it looks like he's always been in there.
I think there was a few times where he was.
I'm so glad that got overturned, the challenge, because I thought that was really harsh, and I thought, oh God. But I'm so pleased that got overturned.
I think, Dan. Yeah, do you want to do a deadline special next week?
Might do.
Yeah.
Why not? See if that's what the people want.
It's what Dan wants.
Well, it's what Dan wants. We'll do it.
Let's do it. I think Gomez is good. I think he's been really put in the deep end. Bless him. I think we need to probably lay off with the praise, and I think it's putting too much pressure on him. I agree. Sandhurst Wolves, and nice to have you on the channel. His distribution could be better. I thought he was. He does things well, but I don't know how we can expect him to be, on top of his game straight away. I think that it's going to be hard. But saying that, we've won both games that he's played, so he's doing all right.
Yeah, you can't knock it. You can't knock it.
And also, it's great that we've started scoring 8 goals in 3 games. That's. I know we've played Sheffield United in the middle of that, but
still got to score. Still got to do it.
2 good questions from Vinyl Revival first. Do you think?
There we go.
Go on.
Do you think Bolly will be sold? Presume this window. I don't know. Don't really know too much about the situation. It's all been quite quiet, hasn't it?
It really, really.
He's injured. He's back.
I know. I think we as fans, it would be nice to know what's going on with Willy Bolly. Really, is it?
I don't want to see him go.
I don't want him. I don't want him gone. I thought, when do you remember when we played Besiktas? Easy for me to say. And he scored that last minute. And he scored that last-minute winner.
Yeah.
Like, after that, he's just gone. He's just gone downhill. I know he had COVID, and like I think the worst game I saw him play was when we got turned over by Burnley at home, and he couldn't turn. He didn't know where the ball was, and I think that was when we all thought, "Oh God, there's something seriously wrong here."
Well, I just hope he's all right. He's getting sorted, and no rush.
Definitely.
You know, even if that's it for this season. Just hope he's all right. We hopefully come back next season.
Yeah.
I hope he stays.
Yeah.
What was the other one you saw, mate?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, goal for bit. Sorry, matey. There was.
I know which one it was.
Yeah, that's the one, mate. That's the one.
So, out of Mosquera, Cody, Sice, Kilman, and Totti, who would be your ideal back three? So, I haven't really seen enough of Mosquera.
Cody, Sice, and Kilman.
Yeah.
I think Totti and Mosquera we haven't seen enough. Like we've seen more of Totti Gomez than we have of Mosquera because he got injured. He's done 2 full games. I think, you got to go with the tried and tested at the moment. Like, remember when we were all talking about like a back four? Like it was like, oh my God, it needs to happen. It needs to happen. It needs to happen. Doesn't need to happen. Doesn't need to happen at all. I think this is the way we play.
That's it.
And I think it's to keep Connor Cody in the team, and that's good enough for me at the moment. He's another one that's had a fantastic season so far.
Yeah.
Let's put this into some kind of perspective here. Like, we're on 34 points, and it's not even the end of January yet. I think Bruno Lage has done an incredible job. Absolutely. Nothing short of incredible. Like, I don't know how anybody can give him grief. And to be fair, most of the Wolves fans, I don't think, have given him that much grief. And why would you? We've won 5 out of 6.
I think we said this before. When he came in, didn't really know too much about what to expect, what he'd done in the past, really, or whether that would relate back to the Premier League and stuff. And it was kind of like he got a feel like he was a yes man almost, and it was brought in, and he might be thrown under the bus a little bit, and he wasn't going to argue about transfers and things. But I think what he's done with the squad and everything else, and what we've got around us at the moment is incredible. And it's amazing. He doesn't get the plaudits really, like the whole club. But if he gets manager of the month for January, they're going to have to start and take note.
I think he definitely will.
He's got to, hasn't he? Really? Got to. So, but yeah, it's long may it continue. It's early days still, I suppose. But what he's done so far is nothing short of amazing.
It's
really.
remarkable. It's a remarkable achievement to get to that many points with such a small squad, and it does make me think that it's not all about throwing money at the situation. It's about getting a coach that can get the best out of the players that you have. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited to see him with a player like Pedro Neto, because with Nuno, Neto was like a live wire. He was, he was always the attacking outlet on the other side of Traore. I really, really think there's something there. Does Johnny get into the team when he comes back if he's 100% fit?
No.
He doesn't.
No. Why would... Well, I don't understand why he would just walk back into the team. What? We've got a fantastic... We're doing so well. The balance of the squad is so good at the moment. Why would you change that? I think he's got a lot to do to get back in. I think he's going to have to wait for his opportunity, to be honest, rather than just come straight back.
Fair.
It'd be interesting to see if people want him to walk straight back in, but I think that would be really harsh.
I think that would be 50-50. To be fair, I think both fullbacks.
He's a tremendous player, but why? What gives him the right to walk back into the squad that's 8th in the table?
No, I hear what you're saying, but
playing really well.
Before his injury, he was without question our best defender.
Yeah, but look how much right he's come on since then.
Oh no, I completely agree. But what a lovely, lovely problem to have Johnny on the bench.
Yeah. But I don't think you can have too many complaints if he's on the bench now until the summer, and then he's going to have to.
Would you be the same with Pedro Neto then? See.
Dear me, I think with Neto it's different because I don't know. I think he's
Pedro Neto.
Well, he's that sort of attacking flair, live wire energy ball, isn't he? And I think that's what people want to see. And I think we know he's got a hell of a lot more to give, and he was unlucky with what happened. And I think he gives you another option. I don't think he'll walk straight back into the team, but I think when he gets his opportunity, which he will, I think he'll perform and do well. He'll instantly be a fan favourite again, only, and people want to see him. There'll be pressure to get him on the pitch, I think. Whereas I don't think there will be with Johnny so much.
I don't know. I think it would be harsh on Aitneri, but Johnny, for me, he's 100%. He's a better defender and a better all-round player than Aitneri. I don't think many people disagree with that. At 100% fit.
Yeah, but I think he's fantastic. I don't know if Johnny's. I don't know how you come back from having that same injury twice.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
And I think if you dropped Aitneri and said, right, that just goes to that just tells him he's second choice, and I think that's so harsh. I don't think you can do that. I don't think he will.
Well, maybe Jim Bodley's got the answer. Horses for courses. In regards to Aitneri and Johnny, go on, you carry on, mate.
I think when we play against teams like City, Chelsea, Liverpool, etc., the extra defensive quality means Johnny will get the nod.
I think, I think that's a fair comment, and to have that, we're talking about a small squad, but to have that depth of wing back or full back or whatever you want to call it, is that quality is staggering. Like. Isotop tick waist, and also I'm loving Rick Astley is your picture, and I also agree with everything that you're saying. Aitneri is outstanding, so much potential, and an incredible hard worker. But I think Aitneri is like the younger version of Johnny. He's got a lot to prove, but I think the experience of Johnny.
I'm not saying he doesn't get his place back eventually. I'm just saying he can't walk straight back in.
No, I'm not completely. Yeah, you know what I mean? I get it. And also you got to think about the squad morale as well. And if you don't want to break up a. But what would be your? I don't know who asked. Sorry if I missed you. Somebody asked because Hwang's coming back. What would be your perfect front three? That's the one. Sandhurst Wolves. What would be the best front three with Hwang coming back? Okay. I know what mine would be. Completely easy for me.
Go on then.
It's not even close.
Do tell us.
Neto, Podence, Raul Jimenez. There's no one comes close. No one.
Well, you saying that you are correct.
I know. I know.
It's very difficult to see where Hwang fits in when Neto comes back.
I know. I don't.
So, I like him. I rate him. He's a good player. But
who?
Again,
Hwang.
Yeah.
Well, he started off like a train, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he needs a bit more time. But I think I don't know. Is he just going to be the one that comes on, or is he good enough to fight with Neto or Podence for a place, or what?
Dan Evans, he said in Bruno's head, Hwang, Raul and Trincao. Absolutely not. Like that for me is just that's why I think sometimes.
But I tell you what, that's not a bad 3 either. So it just
It's
shows,
not. It isn't,
just
mate.
shows where we're
Yeah,
at.
yeah. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's not a bad. It's not bad cover. If you put Silva in instead of Raul Jimenez as well,
Yeah.
like we're all talking about. Oh, well, but Diamond Sport has said we still need a striker, a strong striker with the right numbers. I don't think we do. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying because we need to be a bit more prolific. The forwards do need to score a few more goals. There's no doubt about that. But I think with the way that Neves and Moutinho are now chipping in, and the wing backs are playing so well, like really well. Like Semedo against Brentford was fantastic. He really was,
Yeah,
and he's
he
like
was, he was.
we're saying that quite a lot now about him.
What a player he is.
He's really, really coming to his own. Is he like an outside better player of the season? Because I can't think of many games that he's, and we've not said that about Semedo, especially last season we didn't. So I think he's a shoo-in for the right hand side going forward, definitely. Like, I know
everyone's having a fantastic season. You've got Semedo, Cody, Kilman, and all having great. Yeah.
Best keeper in the league. But Shrewsbury Wolf, I think it's a bit harsh, but I think I know where you're going. Go on, Craig.
Trincao has been terrible. He can't score. His passing isn't great. He can dribble, but usually he dribbles into trouble. Traore 2.0. I'm not sure about that. That's very, very, very hard.
I don't know.
Not sure about that. Traore 2.0. Oh. No.
I don't.
He's got a lot more tougher than that. He's just taking time to get into it, I think.
We said this about Neto, though. He had to bulk up. We said this about Fabio Silva. He needs to bulk up. Like, all it is, it's maybe if he does bulk up, then it takes away from the movement that he has. But for me, at the moment, Trincao's the weak link there.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
And everybody was like waxing lyrical when, we signed.
Isn't he the sort of player who should be there just to sort of continue to learn his trade a bit and learn off other people?
At Barcelona,
he's been asked to come in and he's in the Premier League. He's young. He's still he's a bit too lightweight at the moment. He's got to get used to it's a different league altogether. I think he's finding that the hard way. So.
Yeah. I think. If I was a betting man, I don't think we'll take up the option on Trincao. I think they'll probably want to do it with Wang.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Do you think they keep Wang because of the commercial aspect of it all? Or based on merit? Yeah.
Well, we're definitely looking at the Asian market, aren't we? Because we've signed quite a few South Koreans, Japanese players, and quite a few of them have gone to Grasshoppers. So I think, there's nothing wrong with that. It's like Wang, let's be fair, the first 3 games he played, we were like, oh my God, thank God Wang's on the pitch, because we were so we can't give him that much grief. And he was probably carrying an injury when he was not playing great. So I'm more keep Wang and not sign Trincao out the 2 of them at the moment. But I don't think you need both of them. I don't think if we get rid of Traore, then maybe that's a different discussion. This window, I mean, because you've got Pedro Neto coming back.
When's he due back? 2-3 weeks? Is it all a bit longer?
What's that, mate?
Neto. When's he due back?
I think he's running and training. I think that it's end of February or something.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it's not imminent, I don't think. But we're all right at the moment. We're fine. And we've got Trincao until the end of the season. So we've got Guang until the end of the season. These options to buy and stuff. this is why we've been quite shrewd in the market. I think, let's go with Spencer's. Because a bit of a change of.
Well, it's an interesting one. This is interesting one.
What do you think? Sorry to change the debate. Go on.
Go on, you read it, and then I'll tell you what.
Sorry to change the debate, but my mates and I are always arguing about the goal music at Molineux. Are you lads against or for? I am for.
Well,
I am against.
This is very interesting because I took my lads. Well, my middle lad. It was his first game the other week, and he witnessed. Well, his first game was Chelsea, and we scored, didn't we? And then it was ruled out.
Oh yeah, we got disallowed.
I took him to the FA Cup game as well, and they're watching like Wolves videos on YouTube all the time. And the other day we were watching the highlights at Brentford, and they were like, "Where's the music, Dad?" And I was like, "You don't get the music because it's a Brentford's ground." And I was trying to explain all that to them, and then they were like, "Can we put the Sheffield video on again because we want to hear the music?" And we actually got. I won't say
how old are your children, Craig?
4 and 7.
There we go.
But we had it on full blast on the device that I won't say, else it will come on. And we were we were dancing around like crazy people. So I love it for that. But I know this is going to spark some debate. But I'm all for it. Yeah, man. No, I don't know if that's the right tune, but I do like, you see the net balls and then you all go mad.
Yeah, no, not for me. It's all a bit American football. It's a bit wet.
Do you know what I don't like is the lovely atmosphere that we provide for everybody when it's all this really good lovely atmosphere at the start. It needs to be a bit more intimidating at the start, but when we score a goal, it's different.
I think that the away that they always say, all the away fans say it's horrible at Molineux, don't they? Like, which I'm all for. I want it to be like the worst it could possibly be.
We just need the liquidator back. I think that will please everybody.
Well, that's it, isn't it?
I don't know why. It's ridiculous.
It's an absolute nonsense. I think. What was that?
I think Jeff should do that, and then nobody would care if he signed anyone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All's forgiven. The liquidator's back. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, I don't think there's anything else to add, mate.
It's all the goal music thing.
Yeah.
Pixel Yeti Media feels a bit Division 1 for me. Goal music. But yeah, I think it's all a bit. It's all the. It's got to be wrapped up nicely, hasn't it, for the Premier League to sell, and it's all part of the. It is getting a very Americanized, I think.
Yeah.
Depends what that music is. It should be something a bit harsher.
Smack my bitch up. Yeah, that'd be class. Right. Liquidator for me, mate. But hey, let's just look forward to our next game, which is Norwich in the FA Cup at home. I won't be able to do it, mate, because I'm away. Ooh, interesting.
Swanning about again.
I know, yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Where are you going this time, mate? Where are you going this time?
No.
Do tell.
I'm off skiing.
Top secret. I thought it was top secret. Why can't you bring this episode from the slopes? I'll come to you.
Imagine. Yeah. So yeah.
You got Wi-Fi in the mountains.
Yeah. Be sorted. Yeah. Perfect. So yeah, be doing that. So you'll be on your own for that, Marmite.
Yeah. So when we figure out when Mark can when he's off, we'll figure out when we can do a show.
That's good. Yeah, Pixel Yeti Media. Yes. How about a Sanchez reveal to the liquidator? I think Jeff, you're onto a winner there, mate. You're obviously watching, so
yeah, get it sorted, Jeff.
No, Shrewsbury Wolf, I'm not.
I think you should do it. I think you should definitely. Who thinks Mark should do a vlog from his skiing trip? To upload. I think you should start.
Absolutely not.
You should definitely do that.
Right. Okay.
Predictions for Norwich.
Pain. I think we're going to win.
Say that. It needs to be more family friendly than that.
Yeah, sorry. I think we're going to. It's going to be tricky. Yeah, I agree. Vinyl Revival. It's going to be a tough game because they're on the up. Like, who could imagine Norwich not being in the bottom three? But they are, and Dean Smith he's doing an all right job. But I think we're going to win 2-1.
Well, I think they'll be taking it seriously and want to progress. But
do you think?
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that's going to help us out. I don't think they're going to play their full
really?
No, they're fighting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm going to say comfortable 2-0 victory for Wolves.
All right. Well, we're both saying a win. I think that's because we think the FA Cup is an incredible competition, and we feel that it's a lot more important than Champions League qualification. Thank you, as always, everybody, for your questions, getting in touch. We love it, and I'll tell you what. Let's just drink this in, because there's not many times we win 5 out of 6 games.
No.
And it's wonderful. January has been a fantastic month for Wolves, and long may it continue. We have to finish, obviously, with Ian Thomas's joke. So I'm going to let you do the honours, Craig, and it's a bad one this week.
This is brilliant.
Go on.
So, Ian, thank you for this, mate. It's a 5-minute walk from my house to the pub, but it's a 45 minutes walk back. The difference is staggering. That's a good one.
I hope it's
better. They're always brilliant.
Oh,
that one.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you as ever. It's always lovely chatting to you guys, and up the Wolves, and Wolves to win the FA Cup. I'm going to have a look at the odds now, and I might stick a cheeky tenner on it.
Go on then.
I will. All right. All right. Take care, mate. Lovely to see you.
And you see you in a bit.
See ya.
See ya.